Hey everyone, Chris the Darktoylord here. Thank you very much for tuning in. So today we're going to take a look at this Big Hero 6 Armor Up Baymax by Bandai. So I've actually owned this toy for a year or two now. Can't remember exactly when the movie came out, but I've owned it for a while. I no longer have the packaging. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick a stock photo up here of what the packaging looks like. Now this is actually the second time I'm recording this intro. I had the video all finalized and ready to go. I was just doing the final edits and I was pulling the video off of my camera, and I noticed the whole beginning section of the video was gone. I think it was one of those bonehead moments where thought I was recording the video but didn't actually start it, did not press the record button. And I know this because I have a 2-second video clip of when I thought I was turning it off, and then I just recorded for 2 seconds. So anyhow, I'm hoping that we didn't miss anything important in the intro that was lost. So let's just go ahead and we'll proceed with this review. We're going to go ahead and take a closer look at this action figure. Okay, so there's really no rhyme or reason as to how or why I have the armor pieces laid out in this fashion. I really was just trying to make sure I got everything inside of the shot. So here's all the pieces. You can see, well, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. You can see torso pieces, head, arms, legs, wings, what have you. But let's go ahead. We're going to grab Baymax himself, take a closer look at him, and then we'll work on the transformation and the armor up. Okay, so here's Baymax without his armor on. We're going to do a quick measurement on him, and then we'll measure again once we have all the pieces attached. So right now he's standing in at about 6 inches tall. And let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the toy and the transformation. So it definitely looks like Baymax from the movies. I love this character, and they definitely captured him with this toy. One concern I do have, and I gotta take it with a grain of salt, because you need to move pieces around in order to put the armor on. So they have a little bit of a, I guess I'll give them a pass on some of the problems that I do have. The problem that I have with this is that basically this whole area is so empty. Yeah, it looks so unfinished, the toy, having this whole area opened up like that underneath his arm. But again, grain of salt, you need to move parts around in order for him to armor up. So I'm going to give them a pass on that. For this particular mode, we'll take a look at the points of articulation. So his head can spin side to side. His shoulders can go up and down. It can also spin around. And that's pretty much it for the arms. There's a little bit of movement here in the legs, but really, if anything, that's just able to help you get him standing up. I really wouldn't call that necessarily like a point of articulation that you can use for posing. Okay, so in order to get him armored up, what you need to do, first off, let's go ahead, we're going to pull the arms out like that. We're going to take his belly, we're going to pull that out, and we're going to flip it around. And we're going to spin him around, do the same thing for his back. We're going to pull it out and spin it around. So I know it looks weird, but it's supposed to. Don't worry about that just now. We're going to go ahead and start popping armor on him. Alright, let's go ahead. We're going to take his back piece. We'll put that right there. And then we can take his chest piece and we're going to peg that all in. So you can see the back piece has holes, the chest piece has pegs, so I'm going to go ahead and get that all pegged in. Alright, for the legs, what we're going to do is we're going to take the inner legs, and they actually slide up, and they're going to, you see this part right here is going to clip into the hips right there. Once those are clipped into place, we can go ahead and we're going to take the outer leg pieces, and those will peg in. You'll see there's pegs here, There's holes on the opposite side, so those will all peg into place. And this is, you can see, this is why we're going to have to measure him again, because you can see that Baymax's initial foot is right here. We put the armor on, and all of a sudden he's grown substantially. All right, we're going to take these thigh pieces and we're going to pop them on to these protrusions, if you will, right there. You can see right here, this armor piece has like a little slot right there. So we're going to just go ahead and peg these on like this. All right, so next we're going to go ahead and we're going to armor up these arms, and what we're going to take these armor pieces right here, and to make sure you have them in the appropriate position, look for this giant peg, if you will. This is going to be the shoulder piece. This is what keeps the actual shoulder armor in place. This is going to go on like this, and then we'll take this piece and we're going to clip it on underneath. We're going to do the same thing for the opposite side. Once we have the armor in place, we can take the shoulder pads and we can peg them right in right here. Go ahead and grab your hands, and you'll see those kind of like pop in place here. Oh, you son of a gun! And this one will pop in over here. Let's go ahead and spin Baymax around. We're going to take his wings and pop them guys in place. And then last but certainly not least, we're going to go ahead and pop Baymax's helmet on. Now, articulation is going to be pretty much extremely limited once you have all the armor on. You can kind of move things around a little bit, but the more you try to move them, the more the armor is going to pop off. So once you get the armor on, it's pretty much just leave him like this and stare at him in all of his glory. What you can do is the wings are articulated, so you can go ahead and pull the wings up like that. But that is pretty much it. So real quick, let's go ahead and get an updated calculation on his height. Bring in the trusty tape measure, and somebody who was initially 6 inches tall has grown 2 inches. He is now 8 inches tall. Alright, so there you have it. This is the Big Hero 6 Armor Up Baymax action figure by Bandai. Now, I definitely recommend picking him up. This toy is a lot of fun. Granted, once you get him armored up, you can't do much with him, but play with him as is and enjoy him as is. It is a lot of fun. And right now, I know Toys R Us, they're clearancing a lot of their Big Hero 6 figures. So if you don't have this guy yet, run down there and pick him up. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. And until next time, we'll talk to you later.